Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. Today is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday morning to you. I hope that your morning is going well. My morning is going. It's starting. I feel like it's Monday because I was not here Monday. So sorry that I was not here for the last couple days, Friday and Monday, but I had a nice long family weekend and it was a good time. A really good time. So it's just busy. The kids I feel like we're coming out of the fog of sickness and we're coming through the other side. So I feel like we had a couple that did not get it at all. So I'm thankful, and I feel like, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that something doesn't resurge and then it goes, oh, they actually are going to get it. But for the most part, I feel like everybody is going to be good. So I was looking back at my phone because I told you I'm actually documenting when we were sick because I don't ever do that. And I was like, okay, I can see okay, we're getting, it's just long. It's been long, but it's been one kid, and then 4 or 5 days later the next person starts with symptoms, and then it's like it's just dragged out. It's been dragged out. The kids have not been out doing anything for a little while, it seems like, and they're like, we're ready to go be normal again. I'm like, I know, I am too. So now that happens, like we get out of schedule and they stay up late and they sleep in and then they don't feel good, so you just like let them roll with it. Well, now they're feeling better, but they're still in that bad schedule. So today marks the day of no more bad schedule. It's the time where you're like, all right, you're just gonna have to embrace it. You're gonna have crabby kids. They're gonna be cranky. They're gonna be a little bit tired, but it's okay. It's okay. That's what happens when you don't have, like, when they're like not going to school or have a set thing you have to go to or they have to be up or anything. That happens. It so happens. So it's going to be a day, but we're going to have a great day. So I have a ton to pick up, a ton. They did, like, the house has been maintained. We've been doing things and all, we just been having a good weekend. So a lot of stuff just got, like, whatever, like here. Yeah, exhibit A. Like all over the counter, there's like chips. There's a knife. Oh, I even see a broken plate on the counter. Yeah, what? I mean, just, I don't even know what this would be. Wrapper from cheese. I think that's what. So there's stuff everywhere. There is stuff everywhere, and that's okay. I'm just like, it's fine. And we could have picked it up last night. The girls even were gonna do it. I'm like, you know what? It's fine. Leave it. I'll do it because they did a lot this weekend, and I'm like, no worries. It'll take me a little bit of time, and I'll be done. We have a whole house to do. So even though you see me working upstairs doing a lot of this, and you're like, why are the kids not helping? Or not all you guys, because most of you understand, but some that come in that don't know our family dynamics and how things are. The houses don't realize we have a whole nother level downstairs that requires work, and I don't ever, like, rarely do I ever have to go down there and pick up. That's like what most of it they do. And then we have a whole, there's a lot to do. There's a lot to do around here. So most of this is not me. So for filming, I show you what I do because I'm showing you my life, but there's plenty that goes on behind the scenes that I am not even showing you that everybody else does. So that's where our focus today. So today's going to be a Motivation Tuesday because I've got a lot to do. Well, not a lot. I don't have a lot to do. I just have to feel like I need to get things back in order. I've got, like, bottles of medicine over here and vitamin C everywhere, and it's going to get normalized. We're going to normalize as best we can today. Have a good week. We've got school, all those good things. Kids off schedule. I got to make some food for they've been eating a lot of, they had good food for the weekend, and we just got to make some good food and all the fun things that we do in a day. So you ready for a good day? I am. I'm putting an earbud in today, listening to some good messages, and just be encouraged and keeping my mind on things above and not things that are going on here that the enemy just wants to come in and just keep putting negative thoughts in your head and just let you focus on the bad. Like when you have one of those days where you wake up and you're like, and you start dwelling on things. It's like, don't dwell, don't ruminate, don't go over and over and over and over in your brain on things that are negative, that are not uplifting to God, that are just worrisome, things that make you, like, be fearful, things that make you, like, dwell on, things that make you go against what God already promised in your life, right? God has promised us peace. He's given it. He says, I give you peace. My peace I give to you. Jesus has so much peace, like so much peace. He's like a peaceful person, right? Like you picture Jesus and you think, peace, definition of peace. He says, my peace I give to you, like to you, to us. So when you're having thoughts in your head that are making you feel anxious, you're having thoughts in your head that are making you feel like questioning and doubting, and that's not God. That's not God. That's not God. So take those and give those to you. No, that's not for me, God, to deal. God did not make my body and my mind able to handle any of that, obviously. Look at the world. Not able to handle that. So you know what? I'm going to take that peace that he promises and I'm going to receive it, and I'm going to let it dwell within me so that I can move on with my day. So those are the thoughts that you want to have in your head today. The peace. Maybe it's the joy. Maybe you're depressed. God does not give you a spirit of depression. That is not God. That is not God. You may have it. It's a reality, but God did not give that to you. That is not what God is. The Spirit of the Lord is joy, joyful. Joyful. You don't have to go around being laughing all the time, but you have that joy inside of you that just is positive and happy. Get that from the Lord. The joy of the Lord is my strength. What? The Lord has joy? Okay, well that's what I'm supposed to have. I'm supposed to have that inside. We can have that. You can have a choice. You have a choice. You have a choice to not have peace. You have a choice to not be happy. But it's all about, it's to you. In the Bible, there's scripture, it's Ephesians 3:20, and my favorite scripture is, to him who is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that you can ask or think. That's what God will give you. Anything way above that you can imagine. But then there's like a stipulation at the bottom, and it says, according to the power that lives within us. Within us, like each person, because God's able to do anything. It's whether or not you want the Holy Spirit living inside of you to activate in your life and give you that. So I hope that you do that today if you're having one of those mornings or you just need a little extra oomph to get going. So, okay, all right, let's get going. Yeah, I don't even know where we start. Where do we even start? Well, I was like, I'll fill up the sink, but the sink is so full. So you know what? Maybe I'll empty the dishwasher first. Let's empty the dishwasher. Get that empty so we can get some loaded dishes going, because I'm not going to wash all those dishes. No, I'm not. Probably load the dishwasher. It's okay. Give you some sanity today. It's going to be a good day. All right, let's go. All right, lots of dishes here. We have a ton of dishes in our family. So we had a nice little dinner that we had. So when the dishes are uniform, it seems like it fills the dishwasher so nice, and it's so much easier to put away. When you have 10,000 random dishes, isn't it so much difficult to put away? So I can tell which child loaded the dishwasher this way. So that's good. Getting those all in here, you know, putting everything away. I'm like looking at my cupboards as I'm putting things away, and I'm like, wow, there's a lot of like wrongly placed things. You know, I had pizza pans in the wrong cupboard and just little things that I'm seeing. So I definitely will be doing a little, you know, as I see things, like straighten it up and or just quickly organize. You can wait for like a major deep clean, or you can wait till you know, sometimes when you see things, let me go off on a tangent here. Sometimes when you see things out of place and you see a lot of it, okay, you can either fix it right then if you have the time, but if you don't, just go, you know what, set aside one day, like Friday from 2 to 3. Friday from 2 to 3, I'm going to go back and organize my kitchen, or however long you need, you know what I mean, and just work that Friday like that, and the next week do the same thing. If you don't have the time block, it just depends, because everybody's life is at a different place and the busyness, and just don't overwhelm yourself. Then every time you see it out of place, you go, you know what, I can't do anything about that right now, but Friday at 2, I'm going to fix that. So did that a lot back in the day when I had little kiddos, so perfect. Okay, I'm going to load the dishwasher with as much as I can here. Okay, not too bad. Got to fill up most of the dishwasher with a ton of dishes. Yeah, there's a lot of yuck there. I was like, ew, but not bad. The good thing is most of them had water in it in the sink, so it wasn't like hard and crusty because it sat there. So most of the stuff's in the dishwasher. The rest that's in the sink here are just things that I prefer to wash by hand, because, you know, it's just like little plastic stuff. So I will just fill the sink up, let them soak for a little bit, and then I will hand wash. Staring at my pitcher, the water pitcher, I'm like, it looks deformed. I wonder if it got put in the dishwasher on the bottom and melted a little bit, which, you know, very well could happen in their home. So I'm going to wipe the counter off here so I can get these dishes washed. Alright, that didn't take very long at all to wash all of that real quick. So now what I'm going to do is wash out my sink because it's dirty, scrub it real quick, and then refill it back up. Now I'm going to take and start cleaning the counters, because there are dishes on the counter, and these ones have been sitting out, so the things are crusty. Microwave definitely used this weekend, so just spray it, let it sit for a minute, and it'll wipe out easily. Wiping everything up. Now here's an angle. Get down in your refrigerator. Get your flashlight on and look up at your, I don't even think I want to. I'm not going to show you mine. Look up at your ice maker and your little water thing and then go, oh, that needs to be clean. Yeah. I think I had, oh yeah, right there. That's not good. I have like one of those brushes. Okay, a little bit of dirt, not bad. Not bad, but still dirt that you're drinking. Let's see. Definitely dirty on the refrigerator thing. Gross, not terrible, but like get up in there and clean it. Get your flashlight in there and look and go, oh, look at all that stuff in there. So just wiped it out real good, sprayed it. It wiped out pretty easy. Use a Q-tip in there, get one of those like tiny bristle brushes to stick up there, but that's all cleaned. Everything's good. I'm gonna come back and clean the inside of my refrigerator out later because I want to get the floors cleaned up first. So let's go to the dining room. So I went to my post office box yesterday because I hadn't been there all weekend to pick everything up. So we got all our stuff. We got, this is one thing we get, Tylenol. Do you have any kids that deal with, let me move over here. Do you have any kids that can't take or swallow a pill? I do. So, I just thought, oh, just suck it up and suck up the pill. Well, I realized it's like a texture thing and sometimes it is difficult. I have a few that can't do that. So they have Tylenol and Dissolve packs. Genius, things that you might not know about. So I get these on Amazon. Sometimes Walmart has them, but not always, but they're like the same price. So this is something we got. Autumn she ordered a bathing suit, but we got the skirt part today, so that was it. So I got that. Did you see this? I was like, sounds like dog bones in there. What is it? Linda, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, what she said. She said, if I could have a cup of coffee with you and share and encourage you in the Lord, she goes, that's what we do here around Tim Hortons. Go to Tim Hortons, have a cup of coffee, and share and encourage in the Lord. So thank you very much, Linda. I am definitely going to be having a cup of coffee and thinking of you. Then Miss Barbara sent this one, and it was a deodorizing soy candle for pets. Let me open that up. Ooh, this smells really good. It's a lavender and chamomile. Chamomile. That's really yummy. Thank you, Miss Barbara. It smells good. And then one of my viewers, Sarah, she was the one that got me the Blessed coffee cup, the purple one. Remember when I dropped that? Oh my goodness, it was so bad. She has a little clothing company. So she said, do you think if I send you a t-shirt, you share? I said, absolutely. So she makes little t-shirts. Look at these. My board came off the wall. It does not stick. Look at this. This one, Autumn picked this out. Isn't that cute? That's cute. Look at this one, Be the Light. I got this one for myself, Be the Light. Be the Light. This is so cute. Love these little shirts. Be the Light, maybe $5.14. I love that. Oh, thank you so much, Sarah. So she has a Etsy store, so Miss Bliss Clothing. This is very cute. I love this. Be the light. So you should be that light. So this is cute. Autumn's gonna love hers too because she's all into that. They got all those like cute designs, and she's got her Bible with that, her Bible case with that, and very, very cute. So thank you so much, Sarah. So I'll put her Etsy store linked below if you want to check out any of her designs. She's got some cute designs on there. And then I think this big giant one here, I got a picture frame for my beaded art. Remember the beaded art? So I'm anxious for one picture of our family. So if order one on here. There it is. So hopefully, I'm sure it'll fit in there. So I thought that was good. So I'm going to use this to put that beaded art picture. It's over there inside here, and they'll hang it up on my wall. Perfect. Okay, let me go put all this stuff away, wipe off the table, get the chairs up. We'll be vacuuming the floors. I'm gonna do all my rugs today, wash them because they're dirty, because we've been outside working on some projects and there's a lot of dirt on these that people track in, so I'm just going to put them over by the, you know, the washer and get them loaded in there when the laundry's done. I'm laughing cleaning up my couch here because I'm going to be pulling these feathers out of this couch forever. Every last one of them, it's good. So I just keep pulling them out when I pop up and throw them on the floor. The vacuum will get them. Just picking everything up. It's not that dirty. It's really not that dirty anywhere. And just picking up my purse. I want to go through my purse real quick because I like my purse. I like the openness. I love it. But it seems like everything just gets lost and I'm always constantly searching for things in my purse. So I'm like looking and I'm like, you know, this weekend I had to dump things out, trying to find things. I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't know. I like the bigness of this one. I really do. This is my go-to purse. I've had it for years. But this, I got the navy one, which is a little bit smaller. It just keeps everything in one area, and there's not a lot of little places and nooks and crannies for things. And I don't mind that. I like to be able to put everything everywhere, but it's so hard when you're searching for something in your purse because you're looking in every little corner. So I don't know. I might put the brown one back up and get the blue one out for the navy one for the summertime. We will see. We'll see how that goes. So I'm just gonna let the vacuums do the work out here. They do their job. They do their job and clean up and get everything going. I'm gonna go down and do some laundry and then go clean up my bathroom. The laundry's good. I've got the towels I pulled out. I'm gonna hang those outside. I have a ton of little hand towels and washcloths. Those I'm not gonna put out because they'll take up a lot of space outside. I can throw those in the dryer. But the big ones, that's what I'm gonna do. So then I threw the rugs in, did a deep water fill so that I can kind of clean and get the dirt off those, put those outside, and then we'll get on to the next little laundry. But the mess going on. Stuff from the weekend out here, haircut we did. There's just stuff everywhere. So I'm just gonna pick it up, do a quick wipe, put away suitcases and stuff from the weekend, and it's gonna be a good day. So just get it back to, you know, normal so we can function in life. So for the most part, bathroom's cleaned up. There's a lot of little hairs on the floor, so I'm not gonna wipe the floor. What I'm gonna do is run the vacuum in my bedroom here so that it can suck up the tiny hairs on the floor, which will be a good thing. And then I'll come back and wipe it. So I've kind of cleaned my closet out, put my clothes away, picked up, and then straightened the closet here, just putting everything away from the weekend, and then run the vacuums in here. All right, for the most part, my cleaning is done that I'm gonna do. Now there's more to do. There's bathrooms, there's gonna be laundry to fold, there's a whole downstairs, there's dusting and different things that I just let the kids do because we have our own chores. Everybody kind of helps out because we live here and everybody helps doing things. So what I'm gonna do is I want to get the floors going. That was my #1 goal, is kind of look at my pantry, straighten it a little bit because, you know, it gets kid like just grab things and do that. I'm gonna do that and do the same thing to my refrigerator so I know where I stand for food today and what we have to make. All right, pretty clean in there. There's a little bit of stuff just to pick up. We went through the fruit snacks, it's crazy. And then I'm taking these box of Cheerios because there's one open. Someone will not see that for some reason. So I'm gonna put this back over here in the hallway as the extra storage, but they've been doing a lot of Cheerios because of the way everybody's not feeling well. And it's just easier than making a big breakfast for everybody, but I will get back to making breakfast, all those good things for everybody to eat. So I'm gonna put this in the hallway. I'm gonna go in the refrigerator here, kind of straighten it, see what I have for the day and the next week here to eat. Can I work and talk at the same time? Because that's a good thing. So, I can just put this up. I think so, because they're kind of in here. So the refrigerator, I went through everything. There is, there's plenty of food to eat. So what I'm thinking is I have my head of cabbage here. That's the one I pulled the leaves off because it was the second one I bought. And then just because it was yucky and black. Take that off, then that'll be good. Put that back in the refrigerator. I'm gonna get the first one I got. I'm gonna use that today, and I pulled out hot dogs this weekend because we had ham dinner, but it ended up getting eaten up, which is crazy because they didn't like ham last time, but they liked it this time. So that's good. So I'm going to make hot dogs tonight. So I thought I'll do hot dogs and I'll do coleslaw with the cabbage, and we'll do some the chili, like the hot dog chili sauce, the meat, but I'm gonna use the ground chicken. I'm just gonna, I know, I'm gonna add some beef flavoring. I know, probably not like, okay, but I just need a small amount of meat because we will not eat a big amount. I don't want to waste one of the big packages I have because it's just so tiny. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do that. I know, it's gonna work, it's gonna work. And then we have some macaroni salad left. There are a little bit of baked beans and there are cheesy potatoes. That'll take care of dinner. So for breakfast, it's going to be one of those slow-moving days where they're going to be really tired, maybe a little cranky, probably not super hungry. So I'm going to I pulled out pumpkin muffins because I have those. I'm going to put those out, leave those out. We're going to do cereal. It's just easy. If they want some oatmeal, I got the oatmeal packets. And then there's grapes and stuff in there and applesauce. And then lunch, we have enough lunch meat, so I'm thinking just like salami. So maybe I'll see if they want sandwiches, or maybe we'll do like a little charcuterie board of the salami, cheese, crackers, and some veggies because I have a lot of that stuff too. So I'm thinking that'll be food today. So my main focus was cleaning the house, which is done. For my part, a little bit I gotta go steam mop, flip laundry. There's always more, wash these dishes. And then focus on school today and doing our, we gotta do like a read aloud time, all that kind of stuff together. So getting there, it's just gonna take, Okay, the vacuum was cleaning. So that is going to be my main focus for the day today. So it's going to be good. So I'm going to first, listen, I heard the washer stop, so let me get the tub. Feeling itchy. I'm going to go get the rugs out. Let's go put those up on the deck. It's cold right now. It's only 30, but it'll get warmer, and then they can dry today. I can get a game plan going in my head, a list for kids to do a few extra chores, and then just keep moving with my day. I'm over here. Okay, I forgot I have these. I'm gonna go set these outside so that they are out there for hanging laundry. Put some outside. I'm also gonna put some in my kitchen for clipping things, and also by my washer for hanging up clothes. I just realized I forgot. I put stuff over here if I open it and then I don't acknowledge that I received it. Look at Miss Barbara, Tim Hortons, hot chocolate. Got a beautiful card from Valerie. Thank you so much, and thank you for the gift card as well. So touching, thank you so much. And I got another beautiful card. Okay, so the problem was the ink looks like it got wet and it smeared, so it looks like it says baby men and Darlene. And I apologize, I'm trying to look at it, but it's the letter got smeared. I don't know if I smeared that. I don't think I did, but I'm sorry. So this right here, and you gave me a gift of money to get some coffee, so thank you so much. And then look at purple, 365 devotions, a journey with Jesus. This just came in the mail. This didn't have a card or anything to it, so purple, this is really good. This is always good to read. Devotions, stick them, you know, maybe might not like this. Okay, but put them in your bathroom. I know, put them in your bathroom because you're sitting there anyways. Yeah, I know. Probably doesn't sound right. And you can read one while you're just passing the time. Or you know what, next to your bed before you wake up or before you go to sleep at night. That's a good feeling. Perfect. Got my Danny Tiger still here. Got my lavender plant. And then I bought some of this for my car. Vanilla bean. Okay, my car is losing its brand new clean smell because we do a lot in it. We transport a lot. We have to transport garbage in it, and I kind of laughed because one day I think I put it in there with the heat outside, and I believe that sitting, you know, black trash bags inside a car shut up for a few hours is going to make it not smell good. So that's what the case. So I've cleaned and I'm like, I don't think that any area had like, you know, anything on it that's been clean, but I bought a car bomb. Think of like, hold on, think of like a car bomb where you like, you remember like not car bomb, like remember the flea bombs? Like anybody else have those where you put the cans in the room and you flip them up and then it shoots in, you got to vacate your house, all those good things. Hold on, let me get Mr. Grumpy here. Okay, so this reminded me of that. I bought it at Walmart. I was going to show you, but I'm like, let me see if it works. The can, okay, did anybody else have Amway growing up? Like, remember the Amway stuff? Okay, my parents had Amway. They got Amway. There used to be a little tiny bottle, it was about this big, of air freshener, and it's the way, it was just tiny, and the way it smelled, that distinct smell reminded me of the car spray stuff. Like it was the same size can, but obviously the sprayer was different and it shot out in there. Left it in there for about 15 minutes and then you, or 10 minutes with your car on with the air blowing. And I was like, okay, that's pretty strong. And then, you know, leave your windows and doors open for about 15 minutes to air out. It smelled pretty strong for like the first day afterward, but I don't smell the yucky trash smell anymore. So I feel like it's worked. Let me see if it stays. That's good. But my first thing is I bought this on Amazon because I thought, oh, I guess if anything, I want my car to smell like a vanilla bean because that's delicious. So this should be good. But I just had to laugh. I was like, oh, issues with the car. So I'm going to try this out. The car bomb was good. I just did it this week, so I can't say it's amazing and works beautifully because I just don't know yet. But it did for that little bit time being. Perfect. So that was my find. And then I have this I'm going to mail to my dad. I got pictures of, like, you know, my mom's funeral. I got pictures of my dad. My mom always liked pictures, so right before we went to the funeral, I'm like, all right, kids, we're all getting a family photo. Everybody smile, we're getting a family photo. Grandma would take 20,000 pictures. I'm just going to take 3 or 4, so we've got some. So I took a picture. I have a nice picture of my dad, my brother, and myself. So I framed it. I'm going to send it to him. And then I also took a picture of my mom when I were in the hospital. I was holding her hand. I don't think I ever showed that part to my dad. So I just took that picture, stuck it in there, and then I'm going to send that to him. And then I also got a picture of us just having fun. We were driving in the car, picking up grocery shopping, and I took like a selfie of him and I, and the girls were all in the back seat. So just smiling and having fun. So I got that. I'm going to send that to him this week. Good things. I finally got some pictures. I didn't show them because it's all family and personal, but I did printed some off, which was, I don't have, if you guys notice, I don't have pictures in my house. I don't, because except the ones on the wall there. I just don't. And I know, like, I remember, I don't know, I feel like back in the way beginning of marriage, I always had some up. And then, you know, you have kids, and I just didn't take pictures because, you know, there's like, who has time to take a photo? And it's not like photos today where you have your camera on your phone nonstop where you can take a picture. It was like a big deal going through all my videos, putting them on like all the VHSs. I did that. Was it this summer or last summer? I think it was this summer. And like most of the camera work, I laugh because it was Ashlyn and Jaden, and I laugh because it's so like everywhere and sporadic. But I'm like, yeah, but you got pictures that I did not take because there was no time. I don't think it was until Madeline was a baby where I was like, okay, take some time today, take some photos, because it just, you're so busy functioning and just doing the bare minimum. Who's got time for photos? Fast forward to nowadays where you just have your phone all the time. There's like pictures, people got so many pictures, so it just was different back then. So I just didn't do a lot of photos, and then I started vlogging. So a lot of our, you know, I did a lot of our family at the beginning, and then so I just had that because it's, well, you know, you're filming all day long, so the last thing you do is pull out a phone to take a picture. But I'm getting back to that, to try to remember, pull that out, take a picture. So I'm trying to be more, you know, good about getting my phone out and taking pictures of things. So I just got pictures of all our family. So I've got those all printed off and put those in my room there in my dresser, because I don't have anything in my dresser either. So just nice, something I did. So that's a good thing. So, all right, this is going to go back. I'm looking at everything else and we're good, right? Like just, let me put this stuff away and probably start, I know what I'm doing. I'm getting my list for the kids for what they got to do today. Okay, I'm back over here. And then I have my frame. Look at the frame. That's going to be, you guys saw the beaded art. So I'm excited to put it in the frame. So I'm going to do that today. It's gonna be here. I will get that if I don't. Let me stick it over here because I know that this is my pile of stuff to, this is my pile of stuff to do. I'm just gonna go like this. Actually, I'll just leave it on my desk because I'll see it. I also got, let me show you what else. This I got. I never even saw these before. I didn't know you could do this, but this was very cool. I got a letter from our library, and I was like, usually when you get a letter from the library, because I always deal with our local library, she's awesome. If you know, I get text messages if anything's getting late, and I always return. I don't usually ever return anything too late or lost anything or any of that stuff. We might have temporarily lost it, and then we find it always. But I got a letter. This is from Linda Caffrey. It came to our library. She donated a book for my mom. Like, I didn't know they did that. I thought that was so cool. It says, when the book arrives, a memorial plate will be placed inside the front cover. So how cool. We hope you feel as we do that books make suitable and lasting memorials. I thought that was so sweet. I was like, beautiful. And that'll be placed in our local library. So Linda, thank you so much for that. And then I got a letter from one of my viewers, and she said not to acknowledge her because she doesn't need that recognition. And I understand that. So your first name ends with an A. You know who you are. Thank you for your letter. Thank you. That was encouraging for me. When I do my YouTube, you put yourself out there. You put yourself out there for the world to scrutinize and to talk whatever they want to say, to judge whatever they want to say, to assume things about whatever they want to say in your life, right? And I kind of chuckle. I really do chuckle because I get a lot of comments of people saying, well, you gave up your right to privacy when you put yourself on YouTube. I'm like, what? Like, where did I sign the paper that said that? You know, when you put your pictures on social media like Facebook, and those are public domain, even though you're private, it is on the internet, anybody can do whatever they want, and you didn't want someone to get it, is that like you gave it up because you put it on there? Because you go out to the grocery store and someone takes a picture of you, you're out in public, you gave up your right to privacy because you're shopping and you're in the public world. That just doesn't make sense. So with that said, I get a lot of questions about my marriage. I get a lot of questions about where's Greg, what's going on, all those things. And you know what? I haven't answered because it's not the time to answer. So I've shared that I'm going through things, that we're going through things, that we are just fine, and that, you know what, we're going to be just fine. We're going to be just fine. And I thank you. I thank you for all the people. I'm thanking you for both. I'm thanking you for all the wonderful comments, the encouragement, the prayers, the, like, not that I need people to stand up and kind of, you know, like this, she's allowed privacy, she's allowed that. But I also thank for the people that are negative. I thank you for the people that feel like they're owed something because I'm here, and that I'm being a bad Christian and I'm being a bad friend because I'm not sharing everything with them, and I'm not doing that. And because it reminds me as a person, and I think it reminds others who are believers and that understand people that don't need to share everything. Like, you don't know everything about my life. I don't share. There's a lot of my life that I don't share. Am I being deceitful because I'm not sharing with you about my health? Am I being deceitful because I'm not sharing with you about what my child's going through? Am I being deceitful because I don't share my lineage of family secrets? No. Because it's not, and just not, and I'm not putting on a front. You don't do that. You don't go and just blah to everybody about your life. That just is not, that's not life. That's not life. You are called to encourage, to edify, to proclaim about the goodness of God. That is our job. We're not to sit here and judge other people. We're not here to sit and just, cut people down and to do things that just are not encouraging to the Lord. I'll come on here and share I'm having a bad day, but I don't go in depth. I don't come on here and whine like, oh, this is terrible. But I don't do that. I might share like, oh yeah, the kids are sick and I'm tired, but I'm not sharing with you what I'm feeling emotionally. I'm not sharing with you what I'm feeling physically inside. I'm not sharing with you these specific instances that have happened in my life, because it doesn't matter. It does not matter. People want to hear. Bible talks a lot about that, where it talks about people have itching ears. Like, people want to hear things. Like, that's why like tabloids are huge. That's why those, I don't even know what the news outlets like. I don't even know. I don't want to say to you because I know one, but I guess that's bad if I say anything. But like, they want to see all those gossip magazines because they want to know what's going on. The paparazzi gets pictures of people and they take a picture and then they say whatever they want. And people are like, oh, look at that person. And it's like, what is our world coming to? That is what people flock to, because people love drama. People love to see bad in people. People love to see people like fall, which is so, so wrong. Very rarely do you want to watch news that's encouraging and happy all the time. Yeah. People don't want to be encouraged all the time. They don't want to see positivity in the world. They say they do, but they go for, oh, heard about that person, heard about this person, go read about that, look what they said. And then, you know what? It's funny because it goes right back to the person, that maybe the person took a picture of them and they tell a completely different story. And most could care less because they're like, there's a lot of people who defend themselves, and they do, and that's fine. Maybe they felt the need to, and that's good. But a lot of them don't, and it's just like being content in who you are, not feeling like you need to do that. And then sometimes you do have people that come and say things, and you see a completely different side of the story. Completely different side of the story. So the only people that know what is going on directly is myself and my husband. That's it. That is it. He can share things, I can share things, but you know what? People can speculate, people can say what they want, but in reality, the people that know what's going on is myself and Greg and God. That's it. That's it. Even my kids will know only to a degree of what they're told. That's it. But ultimately, it's between us two. So people will speculate, people will do things, but it doesn't change anything. And I am a firm believer in speaking words of life into things. Speaking things. When you start talking negative, you start talking about the problem, you start saying, my this, my pain, my this, my problems, and speak into, all you're doing is feeding the enemy. And someone corrected me, or not corrected me, someone said, you're calling your viewers the enemy. No, I am not. Because people are not our enemy. They are not our enemy. Even people that say negative things, they are not my enemy. It is the spiritual battle that's going around that is using mankind in a negative way. He can use me. He can use me as a Christian and a born-again believer, because that's what he can do. I can get into a rut and just yield to him and say something. But it wasn't that I'm an evil person. It's that evil spirit was able to flow through me because I opened the door to something in my life. That is what I mean. And I've said that back, and I was like, that is not what I'm saying. I'm not saying people, I'm thankful. I'm so thankful. I'm thankful for the good. I'm thankful for the bad, because you know what? It gives those good ones, it gives those people that know, how do we deal with those people? What do we do? Do we yell at them? Do we get after them, call them nasty? No. You pray for them. You pray for God to open their eyes, because I myself at one time would have loved to hear gossip about somebody, and I'm guilty of it as well. I would have loved to know, oh, what's going on there? Let me Google it and see. guilty, totally, totally guilty. I am a human being to do those things. So you know what that reminds me? You know what? So when you hear something about somebody's going through something, what's the first thing you do? Well, let me Google and see if I can find some information. Let me go find out if I can find something about them. What's the first thing you should be doing? I'm praying for those people. I'm praying for their family. I'm praying for what they're going through, because you know what? The enemy is out. And when God has given somebody a mission to do things and to share the good news of Jesus, the enemy is going to come out and try to destroy what's going on, to wipe. So are you going to fall? Are you going to allow him that in your life? So I'm a firm believer in speaking words that edify Jesus and that speak words life into situations. That is what I'm doing. So I'm not going to come on here and share all the negative in my life or my marriage. Just like you don't want to come on and share all the junk in your life. No, nobody does. Nobody does that. And we don't have to do that. That's the beauty of being a born-again believer. You know what? When I accepted Jesus as my Savior, he wipes that stuff clean. And it's done. And it's done. And we move forward. We're still going to make mistakes. We're still going to have to work through things. Thank God for his grace. Thank God for his grace. Thank goodness for his grace, reconciliation, and the ability to make things right again. But if you keep speaking negative and feeding into the enemy, that is what the results you're going to get. I'm not going to be feeding the negativity in my life. Not at all. Not at all. And I probably have. I'm sure there's footage somewhere someone can crop out where I did feed into negativity in my life, because I'm a human being and everybody else has done too. You have. Everybody. But the difference is that mine is filmed and on record, but yours is filmed and on record with God. God remembers every detail. God knows what's going on, and on the day of judgment, he will judge those. And there's a lot of scripture about don't judge others, because you're going to be judged with that same measure. God is not going to come after people that don't know. Like people that do sin, and we look at them and we can say, they shouldn't be doing that. That's sin. Maybe they're not there yet. Maybe God hasn't revealed that to them or put in their heart. It says, in the Bible it says, to him who knows it is sin, then it's sin. It's not necessarily considered a sin. I mean, there's a lot in the Bible about sin until that person understands that. Does that make sense? So that's why we're not to judge people. Because if you judge others, guess what? That same measure that, well, they should have known that. They shouldn't do that. They should do, well, guess what? That's coming back on you. So I'm like, I would not want to be in that position in my life. I would not want God to judge me with the same amount of measure that I would speak negative about somebody else. That's scary. Because if you are a born-again believer and you believe you're going to heaven and that your sins are washed free, that's good. But there's a little bit more to it. There's a little bit more to it. So just being watchful of your words and what you say. So that is why I've not addressed it. And one thing I've learned in life is that when God is not a pusher and God is not one of fear. When something is pushing and pressing and demanding and putting that fear and forcing, that is not a spirit of God at all. And you don't yield to that, because there's only one person that will push and push and push to get you to respond. There's a God and there's an enemy, Satan. God's not a pusher. That's not God. He's not God. He's loving, kind. He'll show you. He'll direct you, but as a loving father does. But the other one, he'll push. He'll push and push and push and push and squeeze until you feel like you want to burst. And I've seen people burst on here, and it is sad. It is sad. Not the person crushing, because of the amount of the enemy coming against that person. I've watched YouTube channels and people just walk away. I've watched them do videos where they're in tears and crying and just saying how much and how bad it is because of all the stuff that gets said about them. And I'm like, that is just horrible. Horrible. But it's the enemy coming against to try to tear down that individual. Used by a whole lot of people. Used by people like me. Not I would not do that, but I'm just saying, even a Christian, because it just, one thing that allowed in your life that you can use to say something. So with that said, I won't be pushed. I won't be manipulated. Don't believe in the manipulation and forcing of trying to say things. I will speak when God says speak, and when God says share, I will. Just like in my own life, when I'm going through something that I haven't shared yet because I'm waiting for the results from God. There's something in my life that no one knows about. And I'm not being deceitful. It's that I'm trusting and believing God for it. And I'm going to keep my mouth shut. And I'm going to allow God to do something with it. And then I'll be able to go, look at what God did. I had to pray about it for years. I had to trust him for years. I wanted to share. I wanted to do these things, but God said not to. And then look what he did. So the same thing in my relationship and in my marriage with my husband, still married, right here, still wearing my ring. Trusting God and not going to be pushed by anybody. So with all that said, thank you. So the name that ends in an A, your letter, like this last week, I know these are a week later, got a lot of negativity and words, and I was like, my goodness. And I shared a few things back, and then God just said, stop, because people just feed into that. And you know, I opened up her letter, and I've got plenty of positives, and plenty of people being encouraging and speaking truth and speaking like, hey, but you know how it gets in your head. So I read that, and it's like God just spoke to me and just said, keep doing what you're doing. Don't lose focus. Keep your focus on me. I will continue to bless. I will continue to guide. You don't be pushed. You don't listen to people and tell you what to do. You don't listen when there's a spirit of not God behind it. So I thank you for that. So thank you for that. You know who you are. So all great, amazing things. All right, that's enough talking. I'm going to put that right here. That is going to be taken care of today. All right, let's go in the kitchen and we'll finish getting the list for the kids. Oh, there's a few things that I'm going to just put over here and I'm going to have kids do extra. You know what the first one is? Clean the air fryer and clean the toaster. Let's see. Let me ask them if they deep clean. Usually Monday we do deep clean bathrooms. I'll ask them if they did. We're gonna be good. Okay, so I'm looking at my list. It is looking great. We're gonna do our chores. I'm gonna do my, I don't know if I'll do the steam mop today. Maybe I'll just do the Norwex mop. Let me just get my Norwex mop out and do the floor. Just be easier instead of plugging it in. Let me get that out and we'll do the floor. Okay, so for lunch, we did our things. So this is what we're doing. We're gonna do this for charcuterie. I'm literally gonna put it out like this and say, kids, make you want. There's one pizza left. There is hummus and there's lunch meat, and I'm gonna get bread out. That's how we're doing it. We're not gonna do a picture perfect one, but this is how everybody's gonna eat their lunch. Okay, we haven't gotten around to do any of the chores yet, but we're getting there. So we got to do our group time, got that stuff done, and that went really well. We just ate lunch, and now we're gonna get moving on chores. And then after that, I'm gonna focus on my one-on-one school with who I gotta do that with, and get the kids that were sick caught up, all those good things. So a good day, it's going good. So keep on moving. Hello, I feel like I've been gone from you for a long time. It's been a little bit of time though. It's been an amazing day. It has been an amazing day. I haven't filmed a whole lot that I've been doing. I did. I filmed all my cleaning, got all that done, and then we had a nice time together, talking and planning and sharing like our family plans and stuff. And it's a good day. It's a good day. And so had to do some phone calls in there, and doing more. We did a little bit more reading and just did some more schooling with I got Maddie's school today. Did a lot of hers with her today, and just good. And then I was sitting there. It's one of those days where it's 60 out today, but up in the house, like once you get cold, it's like you're freezing. So I was sitting on the couch and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so cold. I just kept getting colder and colder. I turned the heat up, and then I went and got a sweater because I feel frozen, and the boys were outside and they were running with like a t-shirt, and I'm like, well, don't you want to get a coat on? It's freezing. They're like, it's really nice out, Mom. And I looked, I'm like, oh, it's like 60. It's nice out. So then I went out to get my rugs on the floor, which I got my rugs in the kitchen and put these down. I realized, whoever still says, I put these down all the time. The little tag and forget to pick that up anyways. So I was like, I went outside, I'm like, it's actually really nice out here. So I got my rugs in and my towels, and I just put them in a basket on the couch. I have, there was one more load of laundry. I'm gonna talk and get my stuff out. There was one more load of laundry in the dryer, and I just took that out and put it in a basket on the couch. And then I left it, and I was like, you know what? I was thinking, do I get it all done tonight? Do I hurry up and fold it? But I'm like, you know what? It can wait till tomorrow. It really can wait till tomorrow. I'm like, does it matter if it sits there till tomorrow? No. It's like, who's gonna see it? Nobody but me and you. So I'm like, that will be taken care of tomorrow. Got little jobs, like I wrote down to clean the air fryer out. There's the air fryer drying. So like that's one job. Another one was clean the toaster. The toaster did not get cleaned out, and that's okay. Tomorrow, we've got tomorrow to do these things. So just taking little things, little projects that I know need to be done. And I'm like, okay, we're gonna take care of tomorrow. That works. So, but I just got finished with Maddie, and I'm like, I gotta get dinner. It's like 4 o'clock right now. I'm behind, people. It's not 9 o'clock in the morning. For those of you that understand, but for the ones that think I make dinner way too early, you know that too. So what I'm gonna do is, we're gonna do chili slaw dogs. That's like my kid's favorite. This weekend I opened up this. It's not my kid's favorite. We like it. So this and hot dog buns. I opened those up. So I'm going to, and I've got a head of cabbage over here that definitely needs to get eaten. Now, hopefully I bought it weeks ago, so I'll have to cut it open, make sure it's good. If it's not, I have another one. I'm sure it's good. And then I've got ground chicken, which we're gonna disguise it as meat somehow. And then I've got a little bit of cheesy potatoes. Here's my leftovers. A little bit of cheesy potatoes. We've got a tiny bit of beans and some macaroni salad. So that is gonna be dinner. I'm good with that. Everybody be happy, it's good. So let's work on making this stuff. And then I'm gonna have to edit still tonight, which is gonna take some time, which is okay. And then we'll get there. We'll get there. Where are we going? Nowhere. We're going nowhere, but we're getting there in our day. That's my favorite saying. And I never realized I say it so much. We're gonna get there. And someone's like, well, where are you actually going? The sarcasm person, I love that. But I'm like, you're right. I'm not actually going anywhere, but I'm actually getting on with my day. And we're gonna get to completion of a day. So my goal today is to make dinner for my family, and then finish filming, and then edit, and then my day's done. And I'm finished. And then tomorrow, I'll get up and do some things, because I'm not gonna have to go shopping this week, so that's a positive. Usually I try to do once a week shopping, but we have plenty of food, and the freezers are full. My pantries are pretty full. You can always shove more in, but there's enough to sustain us. I mean, for a long time, mind you, but I like to do the discount store thing, but we just have plenty of food. So there's gonna be no shopping this week, sorry. But we'll be good to have what we have. So let me get a pan. We're gonna cook this up, fry it. I'm gonna put hot dogs in some water, because they like boiled hot dogs. I know, yuck, I like grilled hot dogs, but that's okay, it's kids. I'm like looking at the food and I'm like, I could just probably put that in the, hold on, let's go over here. I could just probably put that in the microwave. I think I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna do one more can of beans because I have, sorry, we used 2 this weekend right here, bring it down. So I'm gonna open this, put this in here. And then we'll just heat this up. But make sure you cover because beans will explode and you'll have a huge mess in your microwave. So we're gonna let that cook and then I'm gonna put these potatoes in another glass dish like that one because I think there's only a little bit, we'll see. And then heat that up as well. Okay, so my meat is done. So this is the part where you bear with me for a minute. We are going to, hold on. Bear with me here. We are going to make this chili sauce, a beef chili sauce with chicken. I know, call me crazy. I'm going to do it to show you that, you know what? You can like make anything out of anything. So do I do this all the time? No. Absolutely not. I love my hamburger in my grilled chili slaw dogs. I just have this ground chicken that I bought really cheap and haven't used it for a lot of things. And I should just cook it with something. I just mix it with the meat. I don't. So I have 2 of these. So I'm like, you know what? I need a small amount because I don't want to thaw the big ones. That's why I have this one. So we're going to put this in the food processor. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to put it in the food processor and you want to grind it up really tiny. That works. So the difference between chicken and beef is so much more greasier than chicken. So it's not a big deal. Okay, I feel like I need to bring you over here. Let me bring you over here. We're gonna make our coleslaw too, hold on. That's what I do. I open the cupboard right here and I set you inside. So there we go. Magic begins. It's not really magic, it's just called making it till it tastes like it. So here's the chicken. It's real tiny. You want it fine. They do that with the hamburger. Some leave it bigger, but, or you just crumble it. It just takes time smashing it down. Use a food processor. It takes seconds. So I'm going to turn this on. Okay, so for my recipe, I'm looking at my original recipe. So we use onion. I'm not going to cut up an onion because I don't want to. So we're going to use some onion, mince, and put that on top. And then it's tomato paste. So 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. I've got a tiny little container of tomato paste, which is great. Let me get a spoon. Next, we're going to do 1, 2, I might do like 2.5. Okay, I'm going to put some water in here. 1 cup of water. Nothing's exact. I'm not using exact measurements or anything. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it here. Go to my sink, it's probably faster. Okay, so we're going to do that. Then it's going to be ketchup. I'm glad you know that ketchup I got at the discount store. Cheap, thank goodness. I think ketchup a lot. Okay. And that's a good 1/4 cup. Chili powder. When I go shopping, try to remind me of chili powder. I need chili powder for this recipe all the time, and I do not have it. So I use taco seasoning because the #1 ingredient is chili pepper. It's okay. Again, do what you can do. I should just put taco seasoning in my recipe, but that's not the true one. We're gonna need some paprika, and let's see, a little bit of that. And then we're gonna need some, where's my garlic powder? I do have that. I just have to remember the chili. Put it on your phone in just a minute, Amy, and some salt. Okay, then we're gonna hit, how much sugar? A teaspoon of sugar. Let me get a little bit of sugar. Okay, I brought too much. That, and then I'm going to add beef bouillon because mine is not beef, it's chicken. So we're gonna do some of that in there. So let's just stir this together. See if we can get some good flavors going on. I don't know. I haven't made it with chicken yet. I'm sure it's fine. It's obviously gonna look a little wonky. Oh, and I'm gonna say this wrong. It's not Worcestershire sauce. Isn't that funny? Like I grew up, we call it Worcestershire. I don't know if I saw Worcestershire. It's Worcester sauce.
I'm pretty sure I saw some lady in a video one time say it, and I'm like, oh, it's totally not like that, but that's okay. And a lot of you tell me how to say it, and I like forget when I actually say it, so it's good. So just stir this up. Not bad. I can still slightly taste the chicken. I'm laughing because I like put in it steak sauce. I'm sorry. Steak sauce, and then I did, I think that was it. Steak sauce to kind of counter, because you taste that chicken. I don't know. I don't like ground turkey or ground chicken without, like, if I add ranch powder to it, it helps mask that taste. So I'm hopeful. It doesn't taste too bad. So we're just gonna kind of let it boil out some of that liquid, because I added a lot of liquid. I have to get out my food processor again. I totally forgot. I'm like, wait a minute, I still have to do the cabbage. So I washed the bottom part here, and then I'm gonna put this, is it this way? It's this way. Back on here, and then we are going to shred our cabbage. So mind you, the head of cabbage was super cheap. So if I do end up throwing some away, I'm okay with that. I don't feel bad throwing a little bit away. I'm not gonna throw, you know, we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so let's, we made a cutting board. Okay, let's get out our head of cabbage here. Let's see what the surprise cabbage looks like inside. Because I've had this for, probably, is it been a month? I think it has been in the refrigerator. Just to show you how long you can keep certain produce. So it's definitely looking yuck right there. But we are gonna do some peeling. You might have to peel a few layers off. That's okay. Peel off those layers. Cut this. Okay, so, okay, for myself. Now, you can do this. If you had no other options, you can cut around all of that mold. I'm not going to, because I have another head. So if I didn't, and I really wanted coleslaw, I might, let me go get another one. I might do that, but let me get what I can get. We have another one. This one will be just fine. Yeah, this one I have to pull probably a little bit off of the outside, but not a big deal. Perfect. So just kind of slice it in tiny pieces, because it's got to fit through this part of the food processor. So I'm just going to see. I'm going to get you right here, like right there. Chop it up. Okay. And just do that. It was something I bought, and I was intending to do things with it. I never did, so that's okay. Sometimes that happens. It was real cheap. I want to say, wasn't that like 50 cents or something? It was so cheap. I don't like wasting it, and like I said, you can peel apart all the yucky and cut around it, but I don't have to. But I have before. Trust me. We have gotten so much stuff that just, I remember getting strawberries. One time somebody gave me strawberries, and there was just a ton of yuckies in there. I just went through and cut off all the yuck, and we had strawberries, but it just took me some time to go through and get it all ready. You either spend the time to get like certain things, like I always think of like when you make stuff in your kitchen, you can make homemade bread. You can make your own sausage. You can make your stuff from scratch. It just takes time. So sometimes it's more valuable and better for you to, if you're working, to just pay for it. Does that make sense? And then the way the money costs, it's like it's your time, you know what I mean? Your time is worth money. So you just do what you can do. All right, let's put this in here. Okay, I'll bring you over this way. Can I do that so I can still see? Here is my cabbage. So it's a little bit, it's obviously not super crisp, and it's okay. A little wilty, but that's what you get when you have a cabbage in the refrigerator for a while. But it'll be fine. I'm sure if I put it in cold water or something, it would do good. So I'm going to put some Miracle Whip in here. And then Miracle Whip, a little bit of sugar. That's how we make ours. I like celery seed. Does anybody else like celery seed? My mom used to do a lot of cooking with celery seed. Because it tastes like celery. That's a brand new one. I can't even get the lid off. That's so good. do that. I'll get mad at myself for the lid not being on properly. I just could not get that off. A little bit of celery seed because that makes it taste delicious. And add some salt and pepper. And then kind of stir it with, you know, spatula. That works. My mom used to add milk to it. I don't think, we'll see. I might have to add milk to it. And this will be perfect. We'll have this, hot dogs tonight, and then easy. It's been a good day. It's been a great day. It's been an amazing day, actually. You know when you have those days and like it might not be starting out so well and you're like, how is it gonna go? But you just trust God. I've trusted God. I trust God a lot, an awful lot in my days. And you know what? Sometimes you see the results. Sometimes you really see the results and you're like, all right, God, you showed up. I mean, he always shows up. He always shows up. But when you see something like huge, happen and it's like, wow, yeah, he did. That's pretty amazing. That was how my day was today. I didn't share everything in depth with you guys because some private matters in the home, but just a good day, just a great day. So I am very, very thankful. All right, that was good. Cabbage. Should always taste, you know, I'm like thinking it's amazing without taste. Taste your food, people. That tastes good. So I'm literally gonna put this in my refrigerator right here. The kids aren't starving just yet. I just want the macaroni salad. Let me put the macaroni salad back as well. Okay, so that's gonna go in there. I've got a new ketchup out. Got this out, did not use it. Sink full of dishes. Pick up your kitchen as you go if you can. I'm gonna put this in up here. It's not a Pinterest-worthy hot dog day because it's just, this stuff looks white, but that's okay. Like someone's gonna screenshot it and put it on the bad YouTube form. That's good. So there's hot dogs. Here's my chili slaw dog sauce. It's white. That's okay. And there's some cheesy potatoes and beans right there. Oh, it's sticking and beans. But again, I'm using chicken and I know this, so you know it's not gonna be perfection. Boys are outside. I went from freezing to like my door being wide open. Crazy weather. So an amazing day, feeling good, like just couldn't ask for a better day. Love it. Had an amazing weekend, and now a good Tuesday, which is awesome. Here comes my kiddos. I love it. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I just filled up my water. I'm gonna drink this water here and finish up editing, because I'm gonna get that done when it's about 4:40 right now. We'll probably eat maybe in an hour, about a half hour, I guess depends on when the kids are ready. So I'm closing today's video. It's been good. You guys going outside? Okay. Boys are going outside having fun. So you have a fantastic rest of your day. Yeah, remember, some days just don't start out, but you keep trusting God that he's gonna work things out. Be hopeful, be encouraged, and you know what? Even if it doesn't look like you expect that day, but you made it through your day, then yay, you made it through your day, and guess what? Tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow's a new day, so it's been good. I'm feeling like a good day today. Good, amazing day. So have a beautiful rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know what we're gonna do. We gotta make food. We always gotta make food around here. So come back tomorrow for some food and we'll see what else we do. So, all right, thank you for watching my life and what I'm doing on a daily basis, and just living life, going through challenges like everybody else and getting through them because I put my hope and my trust in somebody greater than myself, and then be obedient and watch what he'll do. Ugh, crazy. All right, I'll share. Can't wait to share so much exciting things in the future. So, all right, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.